No.
Sir, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On March 2nd, 2025, the officer observed a black Dodge Charger run the red light at a high rate of speed at Victory Drive in Harris County, Texas. A traffic stop was initiated, and the officer asked the defendant to roll down all windows due to the dark tint on the vehicle. Upon approaching the defendant, the officer observed there to be an unholstered black Glock 9mm handgun in plain view, and there was an unfired cartridge inside the chamber of the firearm and also an extended magazine inserted into the mag well. The defendant is 19 years old.
Okay. Mr. Simon, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. As a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to be in possession of weapons. You understand?
Sure.
If I find that you have a weapon, I will revoke him and put you into custody. He was a driver, correct?
Yes, Judge. He was a driver.
Can you check his license, see if he has a valid license, please?
I'll run it, Your Honor.
You're not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. You must have car insurance. If you do not have both, then you're not allowed to drive. Do you understand? That is also a condition of your bond. Now, you've got a lawyer. He'll take care of you. I'll waive your appearance, but you stay in touch with them and they'll tell you when you have to come back to court.
I'll Your Honor.
Great. I'll have you sign a receipt with Ramona. We'll have you take a seat while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you're free to go.
Sure.
Ramona, did you want to say something?
Judge had states bond.
States, yeah. Okay, Mr. Olvera. Sir, you're charged with two cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. On the gun case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. On the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 28th, 2025, the officer, while on patrol, observed a black Camry driving north on a south-only street at the 1700 block of Durham Drive in Harris County, Texas. A traffic stop was initiated, and the officer made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle. The officer observed an odor of an alcoholic beverage.
This first case sets the tone instantly. A 19-year-old caught with a loaded Glock, an unfired round chambered in an extended magazine during a traffic stop triggered by running a red light. Judges take weapons cases extremely seriously, especially when combined with dangerous driving. At this age, one bad decision can follow you for years. Viewers, what do you think? Is this youth making a reckless mistake or showing a pattern of risky behavior?
And bloodshot eyes. The defendant stated he was coming from a housewarming where he consumed one alcoholic beverage, a 12-ounce Modelo, about 2 hours prior to the traffic stop. The defendant stated he did not know he was driving the wrong way, and standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 1 out of 8, one leg stand 1 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and refused to supply a specimen. The defendant's motor vehicle was searched incident to arrest. The officer located a loaded Glock handgun found in the center console, and a blood search warrant was signed and executed.
All right, Mr. Oliveira, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Can you run him to see if he has any prior DWIs?
No prior. His license is eligible, Your Honor.
All right. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, your bond will be revoked. You will go into custody. You understand? Do not pick up any new cases. Don't be in possession of any weapons. If you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but you must stay in touch with them. For now, I'll have you go to Ramona, sign a reset. You'll get with Fleischer for your bond conditions. Then after that, you're free to go. Be careful. Don't be a danger to my community. Do you understand? Yes or no? Okay. All right. Thanks. Take care. You are Mr. Gurley.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 27, 2025, at approximately 11 p.m., the officer observed a vehicle repeatedly fail to drive in a single lane, nearly striking 2 other vehicles as well as the inner curb. A traffic stop was initiated. The officers made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle, and observed slurred speech. DWI task force officer arrived on scene and made contact with the defendant, who had just exited the vehicle, and observed a visible loss of balance, red glass. The defendant stated he believed he was on Gulf Freeway and El Dorado Boulevard when he was in fact far away from East Sam Houston Parkway and Genoa Red Bluff Road. The defendant admitted to coming from a business meeting where he consumed 2 old fashions and standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 8 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The DIC was read and the defendant refused to provide a specimen. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
May I address the court on that, please, Your Honor?
Sure.
So in terms of, the accuracy, I guess, of the DIMS report and the accuracy of the summary here, I take great affront with what the police officer alleges here. We do have the video cameras right now. We have the dash camera video that shows that what the police officer is alleging is not nearly what actually happened out there at the scene. As he approached the vehicle, we can see when the dash camera kicks on, he's in excess of 1,000 feet away. So it's not like he's been following him for a long period of time and that there would have been a lot covered before the camera kicked on. But there's not even 2 vehicles anywhere near the vicinity that he could have even possibly nearly run into. There's only 1 vehicle and he's within his lane and he isn't nearly striking that vehicle. As far as what actually leads to the stop, we see in the video that Mr.
I can't get into the video. Now,
Okay.
this is a probable cause hearing, and I have to give them the opportunity to respond. I can't imagine that they've already seen the video.
Sure. So I've addressed these issues with the state thus far, and I know that they've set it for a state eval to evaluate these cases. I just personally have an issue, and I've had some experiences where police officers lay out what's obviously valid probable cause for this purpose,
Obviously.
but is not accurate.
Mr. Stewart, I'm happy to set up for like a formal probable cause
Sure.
hearing in like a week where we give them time to look at the video, research case law, due diligence. But here now, when you start getting into video, you start getting into evidence, I can't possibly, I need to give them time.
Yes, sir.
Because it's
I
only
understand.
fair.
I understand. So I understand that the 4 corners of the DIMS and what the state has alleged here certainly constitutes PC. I understand.
Sure. I mean, we have, weaving,
Right.
justifies the weaving by saying he's almost hits this and there. As a practical matter, theoretically there's probable cause. As a practical matter, is it beyond a reasonable doubt?
Sure.
Maybe not. I don't know.
understand.
But, we can always set up for a hearing and I'm always ready to do it. But I got to give them time.
Okay.
You know?
So I'll allow the state to do their eval that we've discussed this morning. I spoke to Ms. Balance about that this morning. And maybe that resolves this and maybe we don't need to have any kind of hearings or.
And I'm happy to give you whatever date you want. If you want to do a week, 2 weeks, as long as you're okay with it and however long you want to.
Absolutely, Judge. We would just need to speak to the officer and do a.
Sure.
Sure.
Right. Okay.
So if we want to do a couple of weeks, could we waive Mr. Gurley's appearance at that?
Yes.
Your Honor? Okay.
Yes. But I have to do conditions. Now,
Yes, sir.
did you say look up his NCIC, any
His
prior?
requires and his license is eligible, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Gurley, for now, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward. I am ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. You will be randomly tested. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, then I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand?
Sir.
You're not to do anything don't pick up any new cases. Don't be a danger to my community. I'm not asking for much. I just want my street safe. That's it. I'll have you go to Ramona, sign a reset. You'll get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and then after that, you're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Whatever date you want, credit.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Have fun, guys. Mr. Menchu, you're charged with driving while intoxicated.
de manejar ebrio.
You are facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine.
Una multa de $2,000.
You're going to do probable cause.
Causa.
You have the right to remain silent.
El
Anything you
silencio
say can or will be used against you.
será usado en su
You have the right to have an attorney present.
tener un abogado
If you
presente
cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
para.
Yes, Judge. On March 1st,
El 1 de
2025,
marzo de 2025,
the officer was
el
dispatched to a major crash
un accidente grande
on Ella Lee
en
Lane.
Ella Lee
in
Lane,
Harris County,
en el
Texas.
condado Harris, Texas.
The witness
El
stated
testigo declaró
he heard a
que
loud
oyó
crash
un choque
coming from outside his
venía de
residence
afuera de
and
su
observed the
residencia y
defendant's
observó el vehículo del
crashed
acusado
into a blue Subaru.
estrellado contra un
The witness
Subaru azul.
observed the
El
defendant
testigo
sitting in the
observó
driver's
al
seat
acusado sentado
of
en
a
el
red
asiento del
Toyota
conductor
Corolla
de un Toyota Corolla rojo
and removed the
y
keys
se movió las
and
llaves
smelled an odor of an
y
alcoholic beverage.
el olor de una bebida
and bloodshot
alcohólica
eyes.
y los ojos rojizos.
The officer observed an
El
odor of an
oficial
alcoholic
observó
beverage
un olor de
bloodshot
bebida
eyes,
alcohólica, los ojos
and
rojizos
slurred speech.
y el habla afectada.
The defendant
El
stated
acusado declaró
he
el
had
acusado
consumed
declaró
4
que consumió
margaritas
4 margaritas
and standard field sobriety tests were
y las
conducted.
pruebas de campo.
HGN 6 out of 6,
HDN 6 de un 6,
walk and turn
caminar
8
y
out of 8,
voltear 8 de un 8,
one leg stand 4 out of
una
4.
pierna 4 de un 4.
The defendant did not
El
consent to
acusado
breath
no dio
and a
permiso
blood
para su
warrant was
aliento,
signed and executed.
fue ejecutado una orden.
Mr. Menchu, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Any prior DWIs and a license?
No prior, Your Honor, and there's no license on file.
Mr. Menchu,
Señor Macho,
I don't know what your immigration status is,
lo
but
migratorio.
if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail
A la
and
cárcel.
immigration finds you because they sweep it on a daily basis, they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in custody until this case is over with. And then you will be shipped off to immigration. Heed this warning. You will not get another. I see it happen every day where people get ICE hit detainers and they sit in custody for 6 to 9 months. I'm now putting conditions on your bond. If you violate these conditions, then I will put you in jail. The first condition is you are not to drive. If you do not have a Texas driver license and liability insurance, then you're not allowed to drive. I don't care what is going on in your life. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 people, babies, whatever. Do not drive. The next condition is you're not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I will randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol and or illegal drugs, likewise, your bond will be revoked and will go into custody. Pre-trial services is going to call you to go take a test. If you fail to show up for the test, then a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand what's expected of you?
Yes.
You get no more warnings. If you don't believe me, ask Marcos. He'll tell you good and well. For now, I will have you come up to us here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I will get you to Ramona where you will sign a reset. After that, you will get policia for your bond conditions. Then you're free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, take,
Judge, we,
you are Rachel Herrera. Herrera, you were charged with theft. You are facing up to 6 and $1,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Can we also do the other one as well? Might as well.
it's a BWI.
It's okay.
Sure, okay, the last round. And Judge, that one's on page 17.
Got it.
Buenos días, señor Jesús Intérprete. Por favor, conteste todo a voz alta.
Both of you are charged with criminal cases. We are going to do probable cause on each of your
Uno
cases.
de sus casos.
After that, we will determine whether we will do bond conditions. Each of you have the right to remain
El
silent.
derecho a poner silencio.
You have the right to have an attorney
El derecho a
present.
un abogado
If
presente.
you cannot afford one,
Pero un abogado, uno se le nombrará.
let's start with Ms. Herrera.
Yes, Judge.
Empezando con ella.
On March 1st,
El 1 de marzo
2025,
del 2025,
the officer made
los
contact
hicieron contacto
with the suspect and
Con la-
complainant inside a JCPenney's
con
loss prevention office.
JCPenney.
The loss prevention team provided all information needed to place the suspect in custody.
Y en la
The
sospechosa tenía la persona
complainant
bajo
and loss
custodia.
prevention team
El equipo de
advised
prevención
they observed the
dijeron que
suspect
observaron a
on
la
CCTV footage
sospechosa
select
en
multiple
la
items
cinta,
on the store
poniendo
floor
múltiples
before
artículos
entering the dressing room with a
antes de entrar al
backpack
salón
she
de
brought in. The suspect
cambio,
then
la
exited the dressing room
mochila que
without any
tenía.
items.
Entonces
The
salió
dressing
de
rooms
sin
were swept
artículos.
by loss prevention before
Miraron
and
el
after occupied by the
salón
suspect,
de-
and the suspect exited all points of
Ella salió
sale
de todo,
without attempting to
pasó
purchase.
todos los puntos
The
de
total
venta sin
amount was
tratar de pagar. La
$203.
cantidad total fueron $203.
Going, did they find something else? Because it looks like she picked up a second case as well.
Furthermore,
Dice,
when
además,
they took her to Humboldt jail,
además, cuando le
during a
llevaron a
search
la
at the
cárcel,
jail, the staff found folded dollar bills in the defendant's jacket
encontraron
pocket,
dólares
which contained a
en el
white powdery
bolsillo
substance identified
de
as
la acusada que
cocaine,
tenía,
weighing
se
0.16
identificó como
grams.
cocaína, que pesaba punto.
Ms. Herrera, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case.
Para seguir haciendo
I'm ordering you as a
paso.
condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, then I will revoke your bond, put you in jail.
Revocar tu fianza, lo pongo en la cárcel.
You're also,
Depends.
okay, so let's start on Mr. Velasquez.
Midway through this docket, you can really feel the judge's shift from routine paperwork to stern warnings. Many defendants here are facing DWIs with high impairment indicators, failed field sobriety tests, crashes, even admissions of drinking. The moment immigration status enters the conversation, the stakes skyrocket. Judges aren't just threatening jail, They're outlining life-altering consequences. For those watching, do these warnings feel fair, or do you think they come down too hard on first-timers?
Because no.
Velasquez. Yeah.
Mr. Velasquez, you were charged with driving while intoxicated.
Ebrio.
You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
Yes, Judge. On March 1st, 2025, the officer responded to a loud music complaint from a vehicle at Main Street, South Houston, in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the defendant, who displayed slurred speech, a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, and very poor balance. Standard field sobriety tests were administered, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant consented to breath with results of .142 and .139.
Is he listening to music while being Hispanic? Really?
So that was the basis of the stop, was the loud music complaint, and that's when they approached the vehicle.
You never even said that he was driving.
And that's all there is, Your Honor.
Was he driving?
He was in the vehicle, but we don't have, and Your Honor, we understand, yes, there's
Nothing in
Nothing in the
says
DIMS.
he was driving either.
we don't have that information, Judge, so we understand if you find a PC.
Mr. Velasquez, I'm going to find that there's no probable cause to go forward with your case. You know, you need to be very careful, especially if you're not in this country with permission. There are a lot of people here when they go to jail and they don't have permission to be in this country. Immigration sweeps it on a daily basis, every 4 to 6 hours, you know? And if they find you in custody and you're not here with permission, they'll put a detainer on you and you'll be stuck in there for who knows how long. I don't know what your status is, but be very careful how you act. You understand? All right, please take a seat for me, sir. I've placed conditions on your bond, ma'am. If I find that you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail. I will protect my community at all costs. It doesn't matter to me what's going on. Do you understand? So do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer, ma'am? So, Judge Goin will give you an application. I'll have you fill it out and then I'll take a look at it. For now, I'll also have you sign a receipt with Ramona. You will get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and then we'll have you take your seat in the jury box, ma'am. She's being monitored.
I appreciate the effort, Judge.
Okay, Colin, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Super.
So you're saying that there's a problem with the occupational?
No, there's no problem at all, Judge. I got him, and he has a 2-year suspension for an ALR. I got that. I got an occupational license for him in November. He pled to a DWI first in December, and then met with his probation officer in January. She's decided that she is a license guru and that his occupational license needs to be signed by you. There is no suspension coming from you, Your Honor. He's on
Right, I didn't
probation.
suspend it.
No, and all he has to do is the DWI education course, and there will be no suspension from you. So she has wasted his time, your time, the CLO's time, and I'm sorry for being here to even bother you. He has no other issues at all. He just started. But he had to take time off work to come here and deal with this because she ordered him.
You didn't represent him on the initial case, did you?
No, Judge, I did not.
It was someone else.
It's George rule.
I remember.
They just want to make sure that occupational is appropriate.
There's absolutely no reason why you need to admonish him, Judge. He's on probation.
I'm not going to.
Conditions.
I won't.
I know.
I won't.
I know. I appreciate it.
Do you want, what do you want me to run?
That
I'm
you
a no,
For him to use it, or I can just have him sign it.
And Judge, I don't want to waste your time or the CLO's time. If I can email her personally, and I will CC you and the CLO to let her know what you say about
Just
this.
please include the state so it's not ex parte, okay? Include,
What's that?
include the state for whatever, though.
I'll include the state, but it is an ex parte situation, so I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's
Okay, I
probation. So
I approved it, Colin. So,
okay, I
okay.
appreciate it, Judge.
Okay, man.
Hey,
He's here. Do you want me to let him go?
yeah, if we could,
Shatori's going to talk to him real quick.
okay. Hey,
Let him-
I speak in dichos a lot too. So how do you say? ¿Cómo se dice Chuck, stuck like Chuck?
In what? In
In
Spanish?
español.
I don't know. I don't know. That's why we got translate, you know?
Good deal. All right,
All right,
Judge.
Brad. Take care, man.
You too. Have a good weekend.
Judge, I know you told James Pond that you were going to give a PR bond to Alicia Bryce, but she had already received a GOB academic support. She's only being held on a motion for revoke parole. It's a whole.
Yes, it's a GOB.
Then leave it. Then there's no need to do a PR bond. If she got a,
It's just a parole.
right. Okay. No, you're right. Is James here or no?
He walked out before I could tell him.
Okay. All right, Ramona, you ready?
Yes, Judge.
Let's roll.
Bird, page 182. Oh, on page 1, sorry.
Courtney Bird, come up. On the reckless driving, you're facing up to 30 days and or a $500 fine. And on the gun case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On March 1st, 2025, at approximately 1:18 a.m., the officer observed a vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed, and the officer had to drive in excess of 130 miles per hour.
130?
Yes, Judge. And the vehicle exited from the highway, and the officer paced the vehicle bumper to bumper between 100 and 105 miles per hour. The vehicle was changing lanes and driving around vehicles that were traveling at the posted speed limit of 45 miles per hour. The officer caught up to the vehicle to get a closer read and paced the vehicle again at 92 miles per hour. The vehicle drove through a stale red light without stopping and into the intersection at 51 miles per hour. A traffic stop was conducted, and the defendant stated he was driving that way because he was on his way to his baby mama's house and that she wanted to go to the doctor. The defendant stated that he may have outstanding traffic tickets. The officer asked the defendant if he had any guns in the vehicle, and the defendant stated he did not. The defendant was arrested for reckless driving, and an inventory search of the vehicle was conducted, and the officers located a loaded semi-automatic gun found between the driver's seat and the center console. The defendant stated the firearm belonged to his girlfriend, and the defendant made further references and threats towards the officer.
You understand that I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my public at all costs. And if that means putting you in jail and making your bond sky high, I will do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand?
Yes,
You
sir.
are not allowed to drive, and you will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing every single time you drive. It's an offense in and of itself. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And finding that there's probable cause to go forward on the reckless driving in addition to the gun case. You're also ordered not to be in possession of any weapons as well. If I find that you have a weapon, you pick up a new case, violate conditions in any way, I will revoke your bond on both cases, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
You work these. What do you do with yourself these days?
Yeah, I just lost my job due to this case.
Okay. I'll have you fill out an application. Deputy Rand is going to give you an application. I'll have you fill it out. I'll take a look at it. Keep my county safe. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
This docket showcased everything from reckless driving at 130 miles per hour to DWIs with blood warrants to weapons charges involving loaded firearms. Across every case, the judge's message couldn't be clearer. Public safety comes first. Whether warning about immigration holds, revoking bonds, or imposing strict conditions, the court is drawing a firm line between accountability and second chances. If you found this case as shocking as we did, Make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.